Dear soul, pause with me for a moment, before the noise returns, before the world asks anything of you. Because there is a reason you are here right now. Not by chance, not by a beat. Not because an algorithm guessed correctly. You were guided. Something in you felt a gentle pull, a quiet curiosity, a sense that this message might know you, and beloved one. That feeling is not imagination. There is a presence around even now. Soft, patient, watching with love. You've been wondering why your heart has felt so sensitive lately. Why memories rise without warning. Why a name, a face, an energy keeps brushing against your thoughts. You may have told yourself to move on, to be practical, to be strong. And yet, your soul keeps whispering. Something is still unfolding. Dear soul, you are not wrong. The angels are close as I speak, and they bring a message wrapped in gentleness, but bright with truth. Your soulmate has just received good news. News that shifted something deep inside them. News that opened a door they once believed was closed forever. And somehow, without knowing why, their thoughts turned toward you. If this resonates already, if your chest feels warm or tight or strangely calm, take a moment to like this video. Not for me, but as a quiet agreement with your own soul that you are open to receiving what is meant for you. And if you feel it, you may softly comment, I receive this, or my soul remembers. These words are not declarations. They are invitations. Now breathe. Because what I am about to share is not meant to rush you, pressure you, or promise something shallow. This is about timing. Sacred timing. For a long while, your soulmate walked through life, believing they had missed their chance at real love. They carried responsibilities, regrets, wounds they rarely spoke aloud. They learned how to function without hope, how to smile while feeling incomplete, how to convince themselves that most love was enough. But recently, something changed. A message arrived. A conversation ended differently than expected. An opportunity appeared where there was once a wall. It may have been work-related, family-related, or something deeply personal that finally resolved. And when it did, the weight they had been carrying loosened. In that moment of release, their soul remembered something it had buried. You. Not your name alone. Not your face alone. But the way their energy feels calmer when it drifts toward yours. The way life feels safer in your presence, even from afar. Beloved one, souls do not forget each other. They recognize. That is why you have been sensing them more strongly. Why you feel waves of emotion that don't seem to belong only to you. Why some nights your heart feels full and aching at the same time. You are not imagining their presence. You are perceiving it. There are moments now when your soulmate pauses mid-thought, mid-task, mid-breath. Wonders why your energy suddenly feels near. They may not understand it yet. They may not have language for it. But their soul knows. This good news they received did more than solve a problem. It reminded them that life can change, that doors can open, that love does not always arrive unexpected, but it arrives when we are finally ready to recognize it. Dear soul, this is where divine timing enters. You were not delayed. You were not forgotten. You were protected. Had this connection unfolded earlier, it would have broken under the weight of who they were becoming, and perhaps who you were healing into. Both of you needed time. Time to shed old patterns. Time to learn self-respect. Time to remember what love feels like when it is not chasing, proving, or sacrificing the self. You have done sacred work without applause. You have healed quietly. You have loved bravely, even when it hurt. And your soulmate, they have been doing their own difficult work in the shadows. This good news is a signal. Not that everything is suddenly perfect, but that the path ahead is no longer blocked. Their heart is softer now, more available, more honest. They are beginning to ask themselves questions they once avoided. Questions like, who do I truly want beside me? What kind of love do I want to build? And your energy keeps answering those questions without words. If your spirit feels gently stirred right now, consider subscribing to this channel. These messages are not random. They are meant to walk with you, to remind you of what your soul already knows when the world grows loud. Dear soul, you may wonder what you are meant to do now, and the answer is simpler than you expect. Remain present. Remain open. Remain faithful to the peace you have cultivated. You are not being asked to wait in longing. You are being asked to rest in trust. Trust that love does not forget its way back. Trust that what is meant for you recognizes you across distance and time. Trust that your heart is not aching without purpose. There will be moments soon when you feel an unexpected calm wash over you, as if something unseen is arranging itself gently in your favor. That is not coincidence. That is alignment. Your soulmate is stepping into a version of themselves that can meet you without fear. And you are already there. Hold this, knowing softly. Do not grip Italiano. Do not es Italiano, let it breathe. In the next part of this message, the angels will reveal how emotional healing is completing itself between you, how communication may begin in subtle ways, and how love returns not as it once was, but as something deeper, steadier, and sacred. For now, place a hand over your heart. Feel its rhythm, that steady remembering. You are not alone. You have never been unseen. And you are loved in ways that are still unfolding. Asterisk, dear soul. Let us continue gently. Nothing here is rushed. Nothing is forced. Part 2 is where the deeper remembering begins. Because after the good news, after the soft opening, comes the quiet realization your soulmate cannot ignore any longer. They're beginning to feel you again, not as memory, not as fantasy, but as presence. There are moments when their chest tightens for no clear reason. Moments when they feel watched over, steadied, soft. Moments when they pause and think, why do I feel calmer when I imagine them near? Dear soul, this is not longing alone. This is resonance. When two souls share a bond written beyond time, distance does not erase it. Silence does not end it. Eternally Whites, your soulmate has entered a phase of emotional honesty, not yet spoken aloud, but deeply felt. They are noticing how shallow distractions no longer satisfy them, how conversations that once filled time now feel empty, how their heart wants depth, truth, and safety. And somehow, without effort, your energy represents all three. You may feel this shift as well. A strange calm replacing anxiety. A sense that you no longer need answers to feel secure. A quiet knowing that something real is aligning beneath the surface. This is not you letting go. This is you being held. Dear soul, the angels want you to understand something sacred. Love does not always return the way it left. Sometimes it returns wiser, slower, more intentional. Your soulmate is no longer searching for excitement to distract them from pain. They're searching for peace that feels alive. And that peace feels like you. There are emotional walls dissolving within them now. Walls built from past disappointments, from fear of choosing wrong, from believing love required sacrifice of self. Those beliefs are softening. They are learning that love can be gentle and powerful at the same time. That commitment does not mean losing freedom. That vulnerability does not mean weakness. These realizations did not come all at once. They came through stillness, through moments alone, through finally listening to their own heart. And each realization brings them closer to you, not physically yet, but spiritually, emotionally, inevitably. Dear soul, you may begin to notice signs increasing, not dramatic signs, not overwhelming ones, subtle confirmations. You might think of them just before receiving unexpected kindness. You might feel warmth in your chest when you decide not to chase, not to worry. You might hear words about love that feel like they are meant only for you. These are echoes, reflections of alignment. Your soulmate is preparing not consciously yet, but sincerely. They are learning how to show up emotionally, how to speak truth without armor, how to choose connection instead of control. And you, dear soul, are being asked to continue choosing yourself, not as protection, but as devotion. The more you honor your peace, the safer this connection becomes for both of you. Because love that returns must meet you where you are now, not where you once waited in pain. And where you are now is grounded, open, and aware. Dear soul, this phase may feel quiet. Do not mistake quiet for stagnation. Roots grow in silence. Your soulmate is reaching a moment where avoidance no longer works, where distraction no longer numbs, where truth feels necessary. And when that moment arrives, they will not approach you from confusion, but from clarity. This is why the angels ask you to trust the stillness, not to trust the timing. To trust that love does not forget what feels like home. If at any moment you feel doubt rise, place your hand over your heart and remember how far you have come. You are no longer the version of yourself who waited in fear. You are the version who trusts alignment, even without proof. That trust is magnetic. It is felt, and your soulmate feels it. Soon, very soon, there will be movement. Not chaos, not confusion, movement with intention. And when it happens, you will not feel shocked. You will feel ready, as if your soul has already rehearsed this meeting 1,000 times in quiet moments. Dear soul, hold steady. You are not alone in this unfolding. You are supported, guided, and deeply loved. And what is returning to you is not a lesson, but a love that recognizes you because it has always known you. Rest in that truth. Dear soul, asterisk. The closing of the circle, the soft landing of a story that has been writing itself far longer than either of you realized. Breathe with me now, because what unfolds here is not anticipation. It is arrival. There comes a moment in every divinely guided connection when the waiting energy dissolves, not because everything has happened, but because everything is aligned. This is that moment. Your soulmate has crossed an inner threshold. Quiet one. Invisible to the world, but unmistakable to the soul. They are no longer asking what if. They are asking, why have I waited so long to trust this? And dear soul, that question is not heavy with regret. It is gentle, honest, filled with readiness. You may begin to feel this as a shift in your own body, a sense of grounding, a sudden ease when thinking of the future, a knowing that you no longer need to brace yourself for disappointment. This is not fantasy. This is resonance completing itself. Communication energy is forming now. Not impulsive. Not rushed. Intentional. There is a desire growing within your soulmate to speak truth without hiding, to reach out not from loneliness, but from clarity. When they think of contacting you, their heart no longer races in fear. It steadies. That is how you will know the moment is real. Love that is aligned does not arrive with chaos. It arrives with calm courage. Dear soul, when this connection moves into the physical world again, whether through words, presence, or shared space, you will notice something immediately. There is no need to perform, no need to convince. No need to protect your heart behind armor. You will feel seen without explanation. This is because both of you are meeting as healed versions of yourselves. Not perfect, but honest. There will be conversations that feel cleansing. Not dramatic, not overwhelming. That is true. Things once left unsaid will surface naturally, without blame, without defense. And instead of reopening wounds, they will close them. Dear soul, this love is not returning to repeat a lesson. It is returning to live. to build, to rest, to choose each other in small, meaningful ways. The angels want you to release one final fear now, the fear that love must hurt to be real. That chapter is over. This connection moves forward with gentleness, with mutual care, with emotional presence that feels steady, not fragile. You will notice that peace becomes the foundation. Laughter flows easily. Silence feels safe. And even challenges, because all relationships have them, are met with teamwork, not withdrawal. This is what mature, sacred love feels like. Not fireworks that burn out, but a flame that warms and lasts. Dear soul, you were never meant to chase love. You were meant to recognize it. And recognition has happened. If your heart feels full right now, if something deep inside you is quietly saying yes, you may gently affirm it by commenting, "I trust this love," or "My heart is ready." These are not spells. They are acknowledgments of truth. And if these messages speak to your soul, if they feel like home rather than entertainment, you are invited to subscribe so you can remain close to what continues to guide you. As we come to the final moments of this message, I want you to receive this clearly. You are not hard to love. You are not too much. You are simply waiting for a love that could meet you with the same depth you offer. That love has found its way back. Not because you demanded it, but because you healed, because you trusted, because you remembered who you are. And you are remembered too, by the angels who walk beside you, by the universe that rearranged itself quietly in your favor, by the soul who recognizes you as something sacred and rare. Tonight, or very soon, sleep knowing this. You are watched over. You are guided. You are deeply, unconditionally loved. And love, real love, is no longer distant. It is near. Rest now, dear soul. You are exactly where you are meant to be.